Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Rico's podcast, hopefully the first of many. I am your host, Chris. Today, we're going to be looking at Week 1 power rankings. I know, taken with a grain of salt, right?
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
So the thing about these Week 1 power rankings is they take into account just the teams and what these owners have done with teams in the past. It's just the best way to get us started with Week 1, so let's get to it. Now, because this league is not filled just yet, numbers 28 through 32 are going to be the computer teams. Those are the guys that have not had an owner yet. That's the Jaguars, the Colts, the Lions, the Texans, and the Titans. Let me go put those in real quick. Awesome. Now that is done, let's get into the actual user teams here. Coming in strong at number 27 here on the power rankings is none other than the Chicago Bears, man. So while they're at 27 is, say the obvious here, the man throws a lot of picks. Number 1 in the league last season with 35 interceptions by week 15. Also has the most points allowed in the NFL, so control the ball a little more. I like to see you climb through the rankings by midseason here. Now coming in at number 26, a little bit of a surprise, but it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just like the Bears, man, he threw too many picks last season, number 2 in the league. But what's most disappointing about the Tampa Bay offense here is their offense, man. Maybe the TB12 method is not working because they were the lowest scoring offense in the NFL last season. So maybe with Antonio Brown in the mix, we can see him start to spice it up a little bit. Coming in at number 25 is the Atlanta Falcons here. Coaching carousel, he was with the Chiefs last season. Now he's coming to Atlanta to see if they can't spice it up a little bit more. Going from one high-powered offense to another. But the big concern there is the defense again. Last season, he was number 2 in points allowed with 415 by week 15. So I like to see defense play a little tighter and let Matt Ryan rip it. Now coming in at 24 is the Baltimore Ravens. Now last season, head coach loved to just dump ship, right? Trade the entire roster. And now going into this season, it looks like he's got the same mantra holding for him. So
Stop it. Get some help.
It didn't quite work right last year. So let's see if maybe he can spice up this year. But coming in at 23 is the New England Patriots. Head coaching for the Bengals last year decided he wants to do a complete rebuild again with the Patriots, and that is their asterisk mark on this season. Now, can they rebuild? Are they going to keep Cam Newton going forward? Maybe Jarrett Stidham comes out. Really, who knows? But that defense... Now coming in at number 22 is actually our first commissioner of the League 1 of 5, and that is the New York Giants, man. Now with the Giants here, you got Danny Dimes. You never know what you're going to get with them. But you do have a fairly young team and a good old Saquon Barkley. So maybe they run the rock, maybe they win games. And now speaking of young teams here, coming in at number 21 is the Los Angeles Rams. Almost said St. Louis there. Now with the Rams here, you got Jared Goff, good game manager, knows how to protect the ball, hopefully, and that defense, man. Jalen Ramsey and them corners, that whole secondary is locked, not to mention the big man himself, Aaron Donald. Number 20 is the Cincinnati Bengals. Last season, he was able to be the coach of the Green Bay Packers. Now, I'm curious to see how he's going to handle going from Aaron Rodgers to Joe Burrow. Both talented quarterbacks, so maybe it's not a big difference, but the defense is going to be a area to be improved on, to say the least. Number 19, a little bit of an underdog here now, is the Miami Dolphins. The real question, man, is can they beat the Buffalo Bills and take that division title away? Can Tua Tagovailoa actually step up to the plate? I mean, he's a rookie, he's young, he's going to progress, but I want to see how they handle him down in Miami. Coming in at number 18 is the Kansas City Chiefs. Used to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys last season, but now he's got not to worry about any quarterback controversy because congrats, bud, you got Patrick Mahomes, the big man himself, for 10 crispy years. Yeah. I hope you like him. At number 17 is the Buffalo Bills. Used to be the owner of the 49ers last season and didn't really make too much headway there. No real splashes, but was a consistent player. But now, guess what, bud? No more Jimmy Garoppolo, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Expect to see some points put up this season, man. This is one team you want to watch. Sorry, a little halftime break there. At number 16 now is the Philadelphia Eagles. Big moves already. Week 1. Jalen Hurts, out of there. Carson Wentz, out of there. Who are they bringing in? Jimmy Garoppolo. Has him a trade from the 49ers. Huge headline move already week 1. I'm excited to see this plays out for both teams. As much as it pains me to put these guys so high, at number 15 are the Dallas Cowboys. Unlike in real life, in Madden, they're actually a pretty good roster. You got Dak Prescott, star-studded receiving core, a fast defense, relatively young. I'm excited to see how they play out, and maybe they won't go 8-8 this year. At number 14 is none other than moi, the Washington football team. The only caveat here is that they don't have Matt Stafford, the cannon himself, who led the league last season in all passing stats and on pace to break Peyton Manning's single-game passing yard record and touchdown record. But coming in at number 13 is our third of 5 commissioners, and it is the Seattle Seahawks. This is a hyper-conservative football team. Run, first offense by far. And the quarterback, by the way, stupid high touchdown-interception ratio. But Chris Carson's no Sony Michel. So, let's see how he handles it. At number 12 is the Denver Broncos. The only caveat with this is that he used to be the owner of the Seattle Seahawks. So coming into Denver, while he's a fantastic Madden player, will he be able to do with Drew Lock what he was able to achieve with Russell Wilson? And speaking of the Denver Broncos, at number 11 are the Green Bay Packers, the old coach of the Denver Broncos. So now he's got the Packers, which means he's got Aaron Rodgers. So now you're upgrading from Drew Lock to Aaron Rodgers. And, he's a run-first football team as well. He's a strong defensive player. He gets to keep Jaire Alexander, 2 nasty safeties. I'm excited for some Green Bay football this season. And now it is time for the Power Rankings Top 10. Coming in at number 10 is the Arizona Cardinals. Now, even though he's a little bit short, Kyler Murray is a young, athletic, 91-speed quarterback. That's got to be a problem for all defenses to manage. And, oh, by the way, you got a stellar receiving core. And Larry Fitzgerald's not done yet. Now, coming in at number 9 are the Carolina Panthers. Used to be the coach of the Indianapolis Colts, where he was famous for, having Trevor Lawrence retire in his first season. So, hopefully, he doesn't, distill that kind of negative energy to Teddy Bridgewater. But, man, expect Christian McCaffrey to have one heck of a season this year. Coming in at number 8 are the New York Jets. Used to be the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, so I don't know if he's a masochist or something and just likes being these bad teams, but I think it's a little bit more than that. I think, when you're going in a competitive league like this, you can't be let down if you're the worst team, right? I think he's playing gamer IQ moves of upwards of 150. At number 7 are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, in the last franchise last season, he was able to have Kareem Hunt, which got massive success and darn near unstoppable, one of the top running backs in the league. But now he's got James Conner, so I'm curious to see how he's going to handle that situation. Maybe trade for a new running back, or maybe just say, hey, you're a fullback, dude. Get off my team. Now, coming in at number 6 is one of the franchise's enigmas, in my opinion. It's the Minnesota Vikings. Now, and check my notes here. He had the number 1 scoring offense last season through week 15. 540 points, crazy numbers. But you also allowed 407 points. Every game he goes into, high scoring. Those fans in Minnesota, they're getting their money worth. Breaking into the top 5 now on our list is the last remaining commissioner, the 49ers. He was the Jets last season before he said, hey, you guys stink. I'm going to go over to the NFC East, be the football team, and try my hand to beat the Eagles guy. And, give him credit where it's due. He took an 0-8 team, 6 straight wins against pretty tough opponents, to be fair. And I'm excited to see how he takes the 49ers defense, one of the top in the league, and just see how he runs that ball with Raheem Mostert. Coming in at number 4 now are the Las Vegas Raiders. Former coach of the Carolina Panthers. He goes to Las Vegas and looks at a fast football team. This is going to be one to beat. But he doesn't have Christian McCaffrey anymore.
You were stranded on an island and could only have one thing. What would it be? I would want to have
Christian McCaffrey.
He's going to now see Josh Jacobs. Is that 87 speed going to cut it? I think he's going to be a little disappointed in the season. I don't know. Expect some trades happening in Las Vegas. And finally, cracking into the top 3 now, we have the New Orleans Saints. This is a team that really is just all around good. As long as Drew Brees is not retiring, he's looking like a franchise quarterback still. Alvin Kamara running the rock, getting the touchdowns. Michael Thomas, put him in the slot, put him out wide. He's going to run a slant. He's going to be just fine. And on defense, you're stacked. This is a great football team. Finally down to number 2 now here. Drum roll, please. The Cleveland Browns. Had a great point differential last year. 471 points for, 264 points allowed. That's fantastic. Now you got Baker Mayfield back in the house. You got Odell Beckham back in the house. But now, are they going to have that oomph to finally win a ring? It's been the thing eluding him all these seasons. So I want to see how he does. And finally, coming in at number 1. I mean, it was really no secret, but we have the Los Angeles Chargers, former owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, who, to this day, the last 2 seasons, as long as I've been in, has yet to lose a game in the franchise. Really is just dominant, and I'll tell you why. Points for, 499 points through week 15 last season. That's 4. Allowed, only 262. This is a man that knows how to stop you on defense. This is a man that knows how to drive on you on offense. There's not much else I could say. But, that's tough, man. Congrats on the number 1 seed at week 1. So there you have it, everybody. That concludes the power rankings at week 1 of this season. I hope everyone has a fantastic year. No one's got bad injuries. Your trades all go through. I'm excited for a nice 17 weeks of this. And now this is going to be the end of episode 1 of Rico's podcast. So, like I said in the very beginning of this video, I'm going to tell you a little more in depth what we're actually trying to do. So for this, I want everybody getting involved, right? If you want to be on the show, I have ways to host you via Skype. So just shoot me a text, give me a call. My number's in the Facebook. Just reach out to me, right? If you want to talk shit about your opponent that week, I'm going to try to reach out my best. I'm going to find the best matchup of the week and try to do a podcast on that. But for plays of the week, but not so plays of the week, I can't really get those by myself, right? So I need you to, if you're playing your game, you're balling out, you're not balling out, take a screen cap or condense that clip for me and just shoot it my way. Send me a text, send me a Facebook message, do what you got to do, and I'll do my best to get you on this podcast. So if you got any questions, concerns, I'm on Facebook. You got my number, man. But see ya.
Bye, have a great time.